is my eMagine 2016 project that I did. I did a typography, and typography is an art of arranging type, and a neat way to tell a story, make a shape out of something, or make a picture out of type. And I found this idea on Google and decided to make it my own version, which is this is the idea that I found. It was different than the ones that I saw on Google, which is you get a cube. You get this little cool idea. Okay, so I just scrolled down and I saw this, and I thought it was really cool and unique. I decided, well, I gotta make it my own. So I thought and thought and thought, and was like, how can I kind of portray this poster and kind of make it my own? And decided I can't do it. So I came up with the idea of doing an inspirational one to soldiers, veterans, anyone that went to war to help celebrate them. And it consisted of the silhouette idea, which is right here, and turned it into a part with the flag in the background, the American flag, because I did two American soldiers. So I had the learning goal to do typography on Adobe Illustrator, and you don't see a lot of typography done on Adobe Illustrator. You see it more done on Photoshop, so I had to learn different tools to make the typography happen. And the typography part of it is the flag in the background, and my silhouette is a soldier holding a gun kneeling next to a cross. My project did come out a little bit different than I had in mind. My teacher, Mrs. Tink, she told me to change it because then it would make it a little bit more powerful, and now I love it because of that. So I'm saying thank you to her. The technology I used was Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, YouTube, Google, and QuickTime. I used Adobe Photoshop to edit my flag by putting a filter on it and colorizing it because I kind of wanted to make it my own, and I did. And then Adobe Illustrator is where I did most of my project, which was making the silhouette soldier and the typography of the flag. YouTube and Google were used to find tutorials, ideas, and to learn about Adobe Illustrator. And then QuickTime was used to make my screen recordings to show that what I did within the week. And I kind of did slack off on that, so next time I know not to slack off on showing how I did it in my progress. And then my best resource for this project was the Adobe site. And it was because I didn't know, if I didn't know what tools were, all I had to do was pull up the site, type in what tool it was on Adobe Illustrator, and it'd tell me what it's for, how to use it, and what's it called. So I was very grateful for that site and that I found it. And then here's my plan, my weekly plan. The biggest thing I learned about doing a big project was to take my time and follow the plan. I mostly did follow this plan, but then again, I kind of didn't, especially when it came to week 6. In the first week, I kind of got a little ahead of myself, and then last week I didn't get to do necessary edits on the project to make it look better or to fix whatever needed to be fixed. So it's kind of what happened when you go off your plan. And then I learned on how to use 5 different tools on Adobe Illustrator that I already knew. And then I also learned how to have an idea of what I'm gonna put down for my stripes, because every red or white stripe I had a different like subject to put in that had to do with soldiers, war, and all that interesting stuff. And then problem solving for my projects was big because I couldn't get the certain color that I needed for my flag stripe, then I would have to. This happened towards the part of the end of the stripes. I had like two left of the one color. I would have to uh hide one stripe that I already had done to get the color that was going with the same color for the stripe. So I had to go do that, and how to make the type look like it's flag, like the flag is flowing in the wind, was also another one that I had to figure out how to do. And then if I could redo my project, I would choose a different flag than the one I picked overall because of the coloring. And my biggest successful moment in my project is finding my background. Now this is my project. This is what I did. This is what I finished with.
Now to do your soldier, just take the pencil tool and then just trace. But you're gonna zoom in. Do this. You're going to hit the direction selection tool. Double click. And then just mold what you drew to your picture. Okay, voila. And then you're going to double click on this. Make it black because it's a silhouette, and there you go. Now that we have a soldier, and then to put a shadow behind it, go to Effect, Stylize, Drop Shadow. Go with that. And just do your own thing with it. And then you're just gonna have another template open. Just put your flag in. You're gonna take your pen tool and you're just gonna go along the lines of the strips. Like this. Alright. After that's done, make sure everything's just clear. Go to your type tool. Wait for the squiggly. And then just put in whatever you want. I'll put in more and just make it as big as you want. Okay, good. And now every letter you go on, this way, you're going to have to make smaller. And to colorize, you're going to go take your eyedropper tool and just click on the color that looks the closest to what it needs to be. And there you go. Now for the stars and the blue, same exact thing. Use the pen tool, colorize it, put a word in, and you're ready to go. And for the rest of it, really you're just gonna have to, well, to make this look like a flag effect, you're gonna go to Effect, Orb, Flag. And make it look like it's part of the flag. And then you're just gonna drag in this piece, which will be your soldier, and then just drag in your background. Which is really huge for this little tiny canvas. And then make sure you put your background behind everything. And voila, it'll be done. Alright, so thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe.